So what that did is it gave me a massive sense of ownership. I can own my own behavior. I can own every word I speak. I can own the tone and manner in which I speak it. I can own the fact that I can be curious when things go south. And they always do with everybody. There's always situations. So instead of being upset, I can ask a question. Not an angry one. How come? No, but just what happened here? What can I do? What do we need to fix? What's next? And in the context of looking for a solution. So the beauty of that is it's something you completely control yourself. Your own transformation is under your control, absolutely. It doesn't depend on anyone else at all. Integrating your transformation into your life is 100% dependent on you. Nobody has to agree. Nobody has to play along. Nobody has to acknowledge you and say, ooh, you're different. I mean, it's all nice if that happens, but no one has to do that. And these are all pure things that you get to control yourself. This is how you create absolute sovereignty over your own life. Now that I've described sort of the visioning process and how you integrate a transformation, let's talk about the practical aspect. Because when you're making big changes in who you're being, I'm not talking about getting anyone else to change. When you choose to make changes in who you're being, it's difficult, especially if you have a long habit of a year or 10 or 20 or your whole life of thinking and feeling a certain way, of blaming others, of being afraid that you're not good enough, of feeling criticized all the time, of feeling like others are finding fault. All those things that I mentioned were certainly things that were part of my struggle. So when you're making that kind of integration, which involves implementing the transformation in real life, when the rubber meets the road, you can't do it all at once, especially if it's significant. So rather than set a goal of I'm going to do all of this all at once and be perfect and then be disappointed and then get frustrated and then give up and say it wasn't worth it, doesn't work, there's another possibility. And the possibility is incremental change. Now ask any pilot if they're flying a heading and they get a couple of degrees off heading, after a couple of hours, they're way different, in a way different place than they would have been if they'd stayed on the correct heading.